The House of Representatives Committee on Finance has discovered massive infractions in the contract agreement between Nigeria Bulk Electricity Trading (NIBET) and Azura Power Company to a tune of $33 million on a take-or-pay basis. The committee, who frowned at the impunity of the management of NIBET in awarding the said contract with Azura without the approvals of the Federal Executive Council and the Attorney General's office, vowed to expose the many infractions in the power sector for the good of the country. The committee chairman, Honorable James Faleke, in his opening remark, explained the importance of the investigation in the power sector and the implications for the growth and development of the country. Honorable Faleke said this on the heels of huge sums of money invested by the federal government in the power sector over the years, with little or nothing to show for it.
At an opening paragraph, we just say that, as we all know, the power sector has been unable to meet the power needs of the consumers. We hear of all kinds of bailouts that the CBN has made into the power sector without any changes in the power that Nigerians receive. To our information, there are 2 take-or-pay agreements that we have heard respectively exist in the power sector. As you all know, when they say take or pay, as I also understand it, it means that a government agency here sign agreement with an investor for a fixed amount of commodity, gas for a power company, or power to supply to Nigerians. In a very simplified form, what this means is that whether the total or the amount that the agency signed to take is taken or not, the agency still pays the investor for that fixed amount the agency signed with the investor.
The committee accused NIBET for being responsible for the power challenges in the country, beginning with the contract agreement of $33 million contract it entered into with the Azura Power Company, signed in 2015 without the approval from the Federal Executive Council and the Attorney General's office. Honorable Faleke accused the managing director of NIBET, Nnaemeka Eluwuka, for deliberately expunging the clause that specifically stated that FEC and the Attorney General's office may give approval before such a magnitude of contract can be entered into.
All monthly payments, provide all the invoices, all the records of payments from the date of the agreement. And for every agreement, you have given us copies of all the agreements, I believe. Your submission this morning included the copies of all the agreements. If not, sir, okay, can you please make copies of all the invoices, payments, and attach to each agreement? Attach it to each agreement. Azura with Azura agreement. Aku, if you are the one responsible, any other agreement, attach the invoices or you pay. When you buy, you pay, right? So the invoices for the payments, attach. We want to see. Overseeing this, your agency, this committee, and I'm sure you are aware of that. We don't, do we call you? We don't disturb you. We don't call you for nothing. But when we call you like this, you know there are issues. Because your power is at the heart of development of the country. It is at the heart. So you have a very big responsibility on your shoulder.
The managing director of NIBET, Nnaemeka Eluwuka, however, told the committee that Nigeria have about 25 power purchase agreements with a $30 million monthly commitment and not $33 million as claimed with Azura on a take-or-pay clause. He also disclosed that the deal was for a period of 20 years.
I'm going to build this power plant. Having built it, I cannot carry it and go any other place. It is a fixed asset in your country. And so all I need is the assurance that once I have built this, having taken, most projects have a gearing ratio of 70-30, which means that you have banks lending about 70% of the money to build the power plant. I cannot default on my loan commitments. And so I need that assurance that as long as this plant has been built, I can always meet the loan repayment obligations of my lenders. Just looking at some of the things that have be requested of NBET. There may be things that, for instance, where you're dealing with a presidential approval, things that ordinarily within government is a classified document. It may be something that can be shared with the committee because the committee members equally have relevant security clearance to look at certain things. But there may be some things that the committee may be able to look at, but may not necessarily be something that within the rules of government can be kind of made available to the entire Nigerians, even without hiding anything, but just in terms of how government rules work.
In the committee's ruling, the chairman directed NIBET and the Transition Company of Nigeria to submit records of all power evacuated from Azura from 2015 to date, while Federal Inland Revenue Service is to submit tax compliance and payments by all the companies. The committee adjourned to Monday, 22nd of August for continuation of the hearing. Annie T. Patrick, Core TV News, Abuja.